Before I had any money, I used to go to the Rolls Royce dealers and sit in the cars and smell the leather. Practice success before you're successful. Self-esteem is the key to high performance. Be all you can be. You know, we only make changes for two reasons, Brian. Desperation or inspiration. You can do anything you want that you have passion for, because that eliminates most of the crap. Because most people don't follow their dreams. Send your kids to a better school. If you want to be able to take care of your mother when she gets dementia. If you want to do, this all takes money, not Zen. First 10 years of my starting CNN, I slept on my couch. I didn't have an apartment. Bill Gates slept in the office. Steve Jobs slept in the office. And I can go down a whole list. Now these are super successful, mega wealthy guys. I slept in my office. Not everybody's willing to make that sacrifice. But it's not the only thing. But even if you don't sleep in your office, if you want to send your kids to a better school, if you want to be able to take care of your mother when she gets dementia, if you want to do, this all takes money, not Zen. Money's not the only thing in life, but it's the only thing anybody keeps track of. Well, my children aren't getting any of my money when I die.
Good, I like that. Very Warren Buffett.
Okay. Not one centavo, not one penny.
Centavo.
Okay. And two of my kids are cool with it. One of them's not so cool with it. I'm not gonna, you know, I think Andrew Carnegie, by the way, Andrew Carnegie, arguably the richest, most successful entrepreneur of all time, comes from Dunfermline, Scotland, just down the road from Newcastle. He said the best thing that you can have for a child is him to be born into poverty. And I agree. Practice success before you're successful. Practice within when you're without. That's one of my 5 credos. Practice being successful. How many people listening to this today practice being successful today?
What does it mean to practice being
Okay. Through affirmations. Through going to the Rolls Royce dealer, maybe Lamborghini, maybe something else.
Right.
In my particular case, it was Rolls Royce. Before I had any money, I used to go to the Rolls Royce dealers and sit in the cars and smell the leather, touch the leather. And within a year of me going to the Rolls Royce dealer, I had a Rolls. Okay? Within 19 months of me dreaming and adding it to my goals, a castle on an island, I owned Guthrie Castle. You can do anything you want that you have passion for. Eliminate most of the crap, because most people don't follow their dreams. You know, like they say in The Sound of Music, you can't have a dream come true unless you have a dream. A lot of people don't believe they deserve to be here. Now, I still dream. I dream in Technicolor. I say my affirmations and goals every single night.
So how can people practice being successful? Affirmations, visualize, go shop for these things.
Go to stores you can't afford. Go hire lawyers you can't afford. Lawyers will meet with anybody. Accountants will meet with anybody. Go to the big 4 accountants with a business idea. The first couple meetings are for free. Jettison probably a lot of the people you're hanging around with. If you have 4 public speaking skills, join Toastmasters, join improv. I got a few people who do improv. Just imagine you drove your car through life with the emergency brake on. It's bad for the transmission, it's bad for the tires, it's bad for the universal, it's bad for everything. Then you take the emergency brakes on, then you release the brake. What happens? Whew, surge ahead, right?
Yeah.
Most of us go through life with our emergency brakes on. Thinking more of yourself, because self-esteem is the key to high performance. And that was easy for me to adopt. And as Jim told me, I still remember in this house, he says, Dan, this will be easy for you because you have high self-esteem. Most of us, and he was talking about himself as well, and he came out of IBM with Ross Perot.
Okay.
That's his contemporary.
Okay.
And he says, most of us keep the emergency brake on because we want a reason not to test ourselves. And but once I get you to release your emergency brake, Brian, you know, we only make changes for 2 reasons, Brian. Desperation or inspiration.
If you could pick up the phone and make a phone call to the 20-year-old Dan Pena, that's almost 50 years ago, right? 64, 63, something like that. What advice would you give that young man?
It's the same advice that I give and the best advice that I got. Just do it. Time costs a lot. Follow your dream. Unless you're passionate about it, it gets old quickly. Do these. If you went to a good school and you're not successful, go to the alumni deals. Okay? I didn't go to a good school. I'm a perfect living example that a lot of trouble as a kid, working class background, my parents, went to just a mediocre university that I flunked out of 3 times before I finally graduated with honors, but and had no money to begin with, $820. It was no money, but $820. So it's all possible. But I devoted myself to feeling successful. I was wearing suits like this before I could afford them. If we feel good about ourselves and we hang around with people, the average of the 5 people that we are mostly around is who we turn out to be. It changed my life. I'd go to Trump Towers. I'd look at them. I'd smell them. I don't have to do that now, but that's what I used to do. I've been driving Rolls Royces since I'm 26 years old. And so follow your dream and don't listen to conventional wisdom, no matter what they say, because conventional wisdom is almost always wrong. Almost always wrong. Okay, I can go back, the world is flat, there's all kinds of, we can't fly fixed wings, we can't go to the moon, I can go on and on and on. Our parents your parents probably told you, you can be anything you want. That's bullshit. I have another way of saying it, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But I mean, I've tried a lot of things. Nobody's failed at more things than I have. I mean, because I've tried a lot of different things. Because failure is just testing. And one of the reasons I've been so successful in generating this equity and value in my kids, and I call you all kids, is because I convince them that making a mistake is okay. That's fine. Next. Because without them making mistakes and without them being allowed to make a decision, they never get any better. And 95% of the time, I know probably better than they do, but we're never going to be able to know everything or have them know everything unless, and they will never know everything, but unless they make mistakes and get comfortable with making mistakes. Dress British and think Yiddish. That means, well, dress British. Not being braggadocious, but this is a Savile Road suit,
Very formal.
Yes, and think Yiddish, think in a canny manner, think shrewdly. Nothing derogatory at all. It's actually a great compliment. It's bloody hard, and any person that tells you any different is full of shit.